We can give away our energy to our thoughts, you know, keep replaying something over and over again in our head. When we replay those thoughts, it's sucking our energy out, right? It's taking some of our energy for that moment, right? And then we're just like, why am I feel so negative right now, right? I feel so drained, right? Because you're thinking about negative stuff that takes away your energy, right? I was thinking about this, like positive energy, you know, somebody gives you a hug or, you know, you get the endorphins, whatever, you're feeling great. A lot of negative energy stealers that we don't realize. Sometimes we have to forgive ourselves. You know, there's a lot of things I did when I was a kid. I can't believe that wasn't me, but it was me, right? But it wasn't me. So let me make sure I know that, I got to forgive myself. I was a teenager. I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I teach kids now. I'm like, wow, man, I can't believe it. Now I get it, you know, but I still can't take back some of the stuff I did. I feel bad about it, right? Still to this day, steals my energy. I can't think about that. So I don't think about it, right? Same thing with thinking about people that passed away. You know, it hurts, man. I lost a lot of people. It hurts. So I try not to think about it. I try to focus right on my life, right? You know, I was bowling with my friends, and one of them had health problems. One of them lost his spouse. You know, I lost some people in my life. I've had health problems, you know, but we don't talk about it. We just have fun, you know. That's what you're supposed to do in life, right? Because things are going to happen, okay? So the last story I want to tell you guys is that I had an apartment, and I didn't have a deposit, and I was in college, so I didn't have the money for a deposit. But then this guy bought the apartment, and then he asked me for a deposit, and I didn't have it, and so I was mad. And he comes up to the door, and I open the screen door, and I just start yelling at him, like, "Get out of here!" Now, you know, I'm ignorant. First of all, it's his apartment building. Secondly, you know, I just didn't have the money. That's why I was frustrated. So anyway, I let him get under my skin. But when I yelled at him and I cussed him out, I was bad. I was a jerk. That ended up affecting me for a whole week. So all week long, I'm negative. I'm miserable. I can't figure out what's wrong with me, right? And then I realized, because I yelled at that guy, you don't do that. So cause I was reading this book too, and I was listening to this Audible book thing too, I was thinking, I gotta get my energy back. I gotta talk to him. So I apologized to him, and then he told me I could still stay there, which I didn't stay there. But the point is try to control your energy, keep your energy, guys. We're better than that. Okay, we can forgive ourselves. We can stop replaying it. Try to stop replaying it. Maybe try and meditate a little bit. You know, but for longevity, you know, we got to stop letting these people steal our energy. No more energy stealers. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe.